The Portland Saturday Market is celebrating a major milestone. Yesterday marked the iconic event's 50th time opening to the public, and it's finally getting back to being open on Saturday and Sunday. It all started with two women who wanted to bring their experience in Eugene to downtown Portland. From food to jewelry, each of the more than 200 vendors at the market create each item by hand. One vendor we spoke with said the market even helps draw more people to downtown.
Spirit's the same though. Everybody has to make what they sell. Great group of people, super fun, interactive shopping experience, unlike a mall. Draws a lot of people, a lot of international people. People don't seem scared of what they might hear on the news. Feel like we bring a crowd. Everybody's really positive, and I don't think that the neighborhood has really affected this place negatively. I think we just bring it up a little bit on the weekends.
Each month, the Saturday Market will have a different activity to enjoy, but its grand celebration will be held on June 29th.